Hi flower friends, it's Nicole from Flower Hill Farm, and I'm trying something new. I ended up having a ton of people request wreaths from me, and at this nursery they used to sell wreaths and Christmas trees and all the good things for decades, and I said, you know what, maybe I'll try my hand at making wreaths. So I ended up doing some research and I decided that I wanted to buy a wreath table. And my mother-in-law came over yesterday to help me set the table up.
Oh, this is all one piece.
I don't think it is.
Oh, no. I got this.
Okay. I purchased the table from a company called Mitchell Wreath Rings. You can purchase the actual clamp kit separately and build your own table, or you could buy the table along with the clamping part. But I knew that I wasn't going to have the time or really the skills to build the table myself. So I decided to just buy the entire kit. It was super easy to put together. There were a couple of things you do need, like a socket wrench and stuff like that, just to tighten the bolts. I would say it took us about 40 minutes to put it together, and you definitely needed a second hand. I couldn't hold one thing while I was, using a socket wrench with the other hand, and I definitely needed my mother-in-law there. It was super helpful, and we put it together, like I said, in about 40 minutes. Didn't take long. And of course, as soon as we had the table set up, we had to give it a try.
Dang, when you leave this room and come back in,
It's still beautiful, doesn't it?
yes. So these are the rings that you
Go with
use
that?
with this.
Oh.
So
Oh, and it clamps them right together
Yes.
like that.
that's pretty.
Oh, see, I'm organizing mine different. I guess I was doing.
I don't really think there's that much organizing. We'll see. It might
Yeah,
need to be a little bit longer. We'll see.
The way this machine works is you still put together the bunches like you're making a wreath by hand with the floral wire and wrapping it around, but you buy the clamp rings that go along with this machine, and then instead of having to hand tie each bundle around your ring, the foot pedal, you push it down and it closes the clamps around your greenery, so you don't have to hand tie, and it's just a little bit of a faster process. And of course, with this being the first time that I've ever done this, it took a little bit of experimentation about how long the greens should be, how we should organize them. But after this first wreath, we kind of got the hang of it and things went smoother. For this one, I'm using a combination of balsam that I got from a local farm and the white pine we collected from both my backyard and my in-laws. The first night, I ended up making 5 wreaths, and they all sold on Saturday while I was open at the nursery. And of course, I posted a couple of photos, and the pre-orders started rolling in. I spent a couple of hours after we closed the nursery on Saturday making just the wreaths themselves, and I didn't decorate anything. And I decided to come in the next day to decorate. Okay, guys, it's Sunday, and I'm here to decorate some orders. This gorgeous wreath right here, which the bow is supposed to be a little bit off to the side. I think I have 10 orders of this, 5 from one person, and she is actually going to come pick them up today. So I made them yesterday. Just the actual bases. Look how pretty. Oh, I'm really, really happy with the way that everything is turning out, especially because this is like my first time doing it. So I have the bases. I actually have 6 bases, and then I actually just got another order, so I actually do have to make another base, but I'm gonna go bring these out to the atrium and set them on the counter, and I'm gonna get my hot glue gun and my floral wire, and I am going to get ready to decorate these, and I'm gonna do them all at the same time because it's just easier that way to set it up like an assembly line. We've got water line supplies. Brad's been working on the water line. And here are the wreaths now set up in the atrium. Now I'm gonna get my decorations and my hot glue gun and stuff and bring it out here. Okay, this one actually we have some bittersweet. I don't need these pines, I'm gonna use this box. We've got magnolia leaves, I'll get more of those. I also have my orange slices, which I made at home. Let's see, more bittersweet is needed. I used a mandolin on the 1/8 inch setting, and then I dried it. I started out with 4 hours. I didn't like how they were, so I did them another hour or so. about 5 hours in the dehydrator on 135 degrees. And even though some, like this, you just cover them up with one that's full, I'm having a hard time. If you just cover up the part that's bad, you can still use the pieces that look like this. I'm gonna start by laying everything out, and the magnolia leaves is what I'm gonna do first. All right, all of them have the magnolias laid out. Now I'm going to do the oranges and the bittersweet, and probably the pine cones too. Gotta go get those. I am going to have to dehydrate more orange slices to get through the season. Okay. Some spots I do 1, some spots I do 2. Kind of random. Well, why not? We'll do 3 in that spot. Do 1 there, and then do 2 here. Pine cones. Pine cone realness. Pine cones with actual pine needles stuck to them because they were collected locally. Oh, it's sappy. Why you gotta be so sappy? Alright, I have the pine cones on, the bittersweet, everything's on. Whoa, I'm knocking over the bittersweet behind me. Look, I already pre-made these bows. This is the most popular ribbon. It is just a burlap and black stripes. And I'm just doing a simple, kind of like a shoelace bow. Seems to be kind of primitive. So before I glue anything on, I'm gonna place the bow, and I actually used some floral wire, and that is how these are going to be attached to the wreaths. Everything else is gonna be hot glued. All right, so I'm gonna place the bows first, and then I'm going to glue everything else down so that everything is perfectly in place. Yay! Okay, all the ribbons are tied in. I did a couple of them. I took a magnolia leaf off. Some I took a couple orange slices off, or just moved them around. Like this one there was a magnolia leaf there. So now the bow is there instead. And with this one, it was some pine cones, I think. Anyway, now I have to glue everything else down. I think they look fantastic. I'm not surprised that this is the most popular pre-order because I think it is my favorite. All right, I have my glue right here. I have my backup glue sticks right behind me. I'm gonna put some right here because these little mini ones, they go through glue like crazy. All right, I'm gonna move this right here. I'm actually gonna start, I go crazy with the hot glue because I don't want anything to fall off. I'm gonna start with this pine cone. I'm gonna load the bottom 1.5 inches or so with it, and then I'm gonna stick it in there. Kind of push the greens around it down. Okay, so now I'm gonna do these orange slices. Load the back of the oranges.
and push down. Ideally, I have a couple of other things I would do ideally with this instead. A small cast iron pan on a hot plate would be a good idea because then you can just dip whatever you're gluing. But I don't have that set up yet. Don't really have a good wreath making spot. I mean, this is a good area. It really is. All right, this bittersweet, I am gonna do that with the bittersweet. I'm loading it up much more glue than I need because I don't want anything to fall off. One is done, and obviously I do a couple tests on it to make sure that everything is in. Woohoo! One done. Oh, I need to do the cutting of the bottom of the ribbon too, so I'm just gonna fold it in half and I'm just gonna do a little cut to make it like that. Just a little. I did it the wrong way. Did it the wrong way. I cut the wrong way. Okay. This way, from center to tip. That's the way I wanted to do it. There. You could do it either way, but they both have to match, right? Next, give it a second to dry, and then do the pickup test to make sure I didn't forget anything. And then I gotta cut the ribbon. Oh, that's lovely. Nothing's fallen. Give it a little bit of a wind test. Fantastic. And then I'm gonna cut the ribbon from center to corner. That's how I want it. There, perfect. Oh my goodness, it's gorge. Okay. I need this. What am I doing? I just haphazardly just grabbed this magnolia. I need to start in a spot where I will remember. Pine cone by the bow. Go from bow to bow. There. All right, got a little bit of, okay, so that's a little bit of extra glue, but I don't really see much else. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I think that's all I have for right now. The other folks are gonna pick up in about a week, so I don't have to worry about making that right now. I am in love with them. I just think they're really beautiful. I love this ribbon. I love all the details, and I can't wait to make more. Okay guys, I am gonna message the people who ordered these wreaths and make plans for them to pick them up. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. We'll see you soon.